What's up, guys? Sergio here. So today, what I want to talk to you guys about is the difference between training a client and an athlete. And the way that I describe the client as is just anybody who has general fitness goals. They don't have very much lifting experience, and their goals might consist of trying to lose weight, or trying to tone up, or just anything from anything of that matter. An athlete is usually somebody who has 1 to 2 years lifting experience, and they're trying to get ready for a specific sport or event, whether it be bodybuilding, powerlifting, basketball, football, anything like that. So when looking at a client, some of the differences that I notice is, for one, a client usually does not have a foundation when it comes to, lifting weights or exercise, or anything of that matter. They usually have very little knowledge, and because of that, I'm going to start off spending a lot of time going over just fundamental exercises, basic nutrition, making sure they have good form, and just making sure that we cover all our basic things, so that then when we build on that, they're going to be really successful. Another thing that I notice is that a lot of my clients that are just starting off, their goals usually aren't very specific. They're usually pretty generic, like, I want to lose weight, I want to get toned up, but they don't really have a good understanding of what that actually means. And so then, as we begin to work out and we get more into our program, and as some weeks go by and some months go by, they might realize that their goal that they had before is actually a little bit different than where they actually want to go, the direction they want to go now. So, for example, if I had somebody who was like, "Hey, I want to lose weight," or even like, "I want to lose 40 pounds," or something like that. Once we get into exercise, and they start putting on some muscle, they might realize, like, wow, I did want to lose 40, or I thought I wanted to lose 40 pounds, but I actually only want to lose 15 or 20, because of the muscle they put on. They actually have the definition and look that they want. Also, because of the measurements and things that we do, looking at their body fat percentage and their circumference measurements, they might realize that once number that they had in their head is actually changed. And then the last thing that I noticed with clients is that the intensity level is usually more on the low side, and that's once again because they don't have an exercise background, so we're going over a lot of fundamentals, a lot of basics, so we're taking it slower, and by keeping the intensity low, that allows them to learn a lot of these basics, and then as time goes on, we'll focus on and we'll work on increasing the intensity a little bit more. Now, when looking at an athlete tends to be a little bit more laser focused. Starting off, they usually are trying to get ready for some kind of competition or some kind of sporting event, like I said. So they kind of know a little bit more of what their needs and their goals are. And also, with that being said, my expectations for them are going to be a little bit higher, because they kind of know a little bit more of what they're doing. So it's going to be a little bit more expected from them from the beginning, and then also their intensity level is going to be a lot higher. And the reason for that is because you're getting ready for a sporting event, or some kind of match. The intensity needs to be as high as possible, because we want them to perform in tip-top shape, and be the best. We want them to win. So intensity a lot of times is going to be moderate to high. It's going to be a lot more faster paced, if you will, as far as the things that we're going over and trying to cover. So with that being said, going back to the client, that doesn't mean that a client cannot be trained like an athlete, because I definitely have clients that I train more like an athlete, and that's just because over time you know, the client, as the client gets more experience and they get more comfortable with exercise and working out, we can increase that intensity, like I said before. So just because, I might have an individual who's not trying to get ready for a sporting event or some kind of match, that doesn't mean that the intensity is not going to be high or challenging. It's just that, like I said before, we want to start from square one and build our way up. I have a client, Sade, which you guys probably just saw in the video right now, where she started off as just a basic, personal training client, just with some, basic fitness goals. But now she's getting ready for her first powerlifting meet. So it does not matter who you are or where you're starting from, whether you're starting from square one or whether you're an athlete now. Personal training can definitely be beneficial for you. So if you guys are interested in personal training, please go ahead and check out my website, fitintu.com, and that's in the description box below. Also, if you guys are interested even in doing any kind of online training, also check out my website, or shoot me a message on any of the social media sites, and those are in the description box below as well. If you guys did like the video, please give it a like. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.